All right. All right. It's time for the keys to life. When I say keys to life, you say. When I say keys to life, you say. When I say keys to life, you say. There we are. There we are. Number one. You are allowed to be hurt for an amount of time. You are allowed to be hurt for an amount of time. After that, you're the problem. After that, you're a problem. You hurt for 5 years, you know what that leads to? Bitterness, unforgiveness, church hurt. Ain't no such thing as church hurt. You're not church hurt. You just hurt. You just hurt. Let me explain something to you. If you smart, you likely hang around, saved people, right? They still people. So they gonna hurt you because they still people. They gonna say something that might be a little bit offensive. They still people. You're not church hurt. So you don't be like, it couldn't have come from the church. Why? Because are the perfect people at church? Last I checked, they not. Last I checked, the perfect people don't live in church. I've not, in my 43 years of living, I have not met one perfect person. So therefore, whoever you're looking for, whoever you're around, or whatever person whatever church that they go to, I don't want to go there. I don't, because I'm pretty sure that there's something going on. There's something's afoot. There's something around the corner. There's something that you don't know about, because nobody is perfect. So what I need you to get and understand is being hurt is okay. It's okay. I'm hurt. I got hurt. But when you hurt, you should be able to go to that person and say, you hurt my feelings. What they do about that is up to them. But you did the godly thing by saying, you hurt my feelings. You offended me. You made me, and let me explain something to you. Most of it's on you. Some of it's on them. Because once you said it, that doesn't mean they're going to say, well, I'm sorry. I never meant to do that to you. You know, I care about you and all the things that go along with you, you know. I just never would have thought that I could do such a thing like that. No, they might be like, well, pray for me. And then you like, I'm more than pray for, no. You understand? So at that point, you can release yourself and be free from them. What do you mean? What I mean by that is the same way you tell somebody you offended me and you say you hurt me, you've expressed yourself. The healing doesn't come from the person, the healing comes from God. The healing comes from the fact that you find out that you hurt people. Because when you get hurt by, just me, I'm sorry, but when I find out and I say, oh, hey, you know what, you hurt my feelings, I've had people give me excuses for it. What God then says is, have you not hurt anyone? All right, well, that was the end of that. So I don't have a conversation. I don't have that much conversation with God. Once he said, well, you didn't hurt nobody, I'm like, all right, well, then forget it. Forget it then. I don't know how y'all don't have conversations with him, that like just straight up conversations, but you really need to work on your private time with God, because it's a good thing. A preacher once said that God is always talking. It's just that you've never really taken the time to practice listening. And you've never really taken the time to say something and then allowing him to speak back. God, I want, God, I need. Can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? It says in your word. Y'all even tell him what it says in the word. If I do this, and the other, you can have this, and now seeking you, Lord, and I'm pressing you, Lord. Pressure, Father, touch me, this, that, and the other. Amen. That was your day. Like literally, you went on. Now, God, what else you want me to do with him? Oh, I'm waiting for an answer. I expected an answer. Because you might not like it. Because likely he'll be like, so what did you do with you? Or forgive him. Sometimes after a while, he don't wait for you to ask the question. You'll be doing something, they'll do something, he'll be like, let that go. I'm like, what? hold on, guy. I didn't hear you. It was water in my ear. It was traffic. It was traffic, guy. What'd you say? All right. Oh, never mind. I don't want to talk no more. So that's what me and him, I don't want to talk no more. You need to get to a place where he says, is that excellence? You talking about excellence. Is that excellence? All right. Cool. No problem. Moving on. You want to know why? Because the confusion, how can I put this? All right. In short, he's above, you're below. God is sovereign. The songwriter said he can do what he want, when he want, how he want. So when he says something, that's what it is. And I think the biggest problem that humans have with humans and humans have with obedience and humans have with leaders and humans have with God is that they don't carry the difference. You ought to be fearful of some of the thoughts you have. You should be fearful of some of the things you might say. And so when I say I don't want to talk no more, it means there's nothing that I could possibly say that should change what you had to say about it. So I'm just going to go do what you said do. Why? Because that's what I expect my kids to do. When they look funny at me, I look funny at them. I'm confused. And then we have a problem. Is there a problem? I'm not sure, because you don't need to know why. When with parents, I don't know I know some types of, moving on, there are parents that do tell their children why. I am not one of them. And so when God says do it, it's just do it. But to get back to being hurt, forgiving and asking for forgiveness, letting God be God. And one of the things that, what I mean by letting God be God is God heals, God delivers, God sets free. The more time you spend with him, the less time you feel hurt. The more you talk about how you feel and in how you feel and what you feel, which we'll talk about somewhat later on in about 20 minutes, it will allow for you to focus on what? Just you, not God, not the other person, not life, not the things around you. Because everybody has to deal with your bitterness. Your kids got to deal with how you feel. Your job got to deal with how you, or don't say that name. I don't even want to hear that name. Look, you tripping, you bugging. Let it go. Heal, forgive, and set yourself free. Set yourself free. You have let me explain something to you. You have the power to set yourself free from a lot of things that you were waiting for God to fix. He gave you full authority to do it, and you like, well, God, you're going to have to fix this. He like, I gave you the power to fix it right now. Moving on. Number two, discipline is usually learned three ways. Discipline, and for most people that can't spell it, D-I-S-C-I-P-L-I-N-E. It is spelled really weird for the English language, and that's one of the reasons why I said it. But I'm not going to talk to you about English and other languages. Let's move on. Discipline is usually learned three ways. 1, success. 2, life. 3, death. 1, success. 2, life. 3, death. Success and discipline are friends. Success and discipline is like when you know it personally. You know that person in and out. Y'all hang out every day. Y'all it's text messages in the morning. Y'all don't even say good night or good morning. It's just constant conversation. That's just the way it is. It's one of those things where it's always on. It's just like over and over and over and over. Wherever we stopped in the last conversation, where we going? That's how success and discipline work. That's how some people figure it out. Life, that's when life is filled with opportunities of discipline. Opportunities of discipline. Opportunities of discipline. But it really makes you an associate of discipline. An associate is a person that you got to go to class with, you got to go to work with, you know them, you may not know much about them, you don't want to work on a project with them, or you do. You don't want to go to do something with them, or you do. Give me John. I'll take John. I don't know much about him, but I know he got a good work ethic. Give me John. You don't know what John's last name is. You don't know how many kids he got. Give me Samantha. Samantha is in class. She do good, this, that, and the other. You don't know much about her. You don't know ethnicity. You don't know anything else, but you know she's going to get it done. Associate. You work on projects together occasionally. You know when to contact discipline. You know that if you ain't gonna do discipline when it comes to exercising. No, you're not. But when it comes to getting paid, you're gonna contact discipline. That's how this works. Discipline, I know you some days and some days I don't. On this I know you, on this I don't. If I can get by without you, then I get by without you. I am acquainted. We know each other. We will occasionally work together, but we are not friends. And then there's death. Death, figuratively, is a teacher of life and will always reward you in every situation for not being disciplined. Death is a teacher of life, and it only rewards you for not being what? Disciplined. Life rewards you for being disciplined. Death rewards you for not being disciplined. And I mean that figuratively. You can use it figuratively and literally. But for this occasion, figuratively, you are not healthy because you're not acquainted enough or friend enough to bring discipline to your life. You don't excel because when you could have woken up, you didn't wake up. And you didn't catch the early bus or get on you were supposed to get there on time. Your 90 days is not up, and therefore when they ask you to come into the office, you're a little nervous. Why? Because it's likely that they don't need somebody that's late all the time. You understand? you didn't do enough studying, so you didn't get the right grade, and so discipline did not show up. Discipline doesn't show up, and so therefore you aren't winning. You are at death's door. What I'm trying to get you to understand about life is that in this case, you have to figure out, is discipline death, is discipline life, or is discipline success? Where are you at? Are y'all associates? You hang out when you hang out? Or is that just like, for me, we together, always, always. We might miss each other for a few hours. That's how me and discipline, you want to know when I'm not disciplined? For a few hours. A few hours here, a few hours there, but I got to pick him back up because we can't lose each other. When it comes to me exercising, there was a time when I would just take off a year. I'd take off 6 months. I'd take off. Now, I don't miss a week. I might miss a day, but you won't see me miss a week. Ain't going to happen. Y'all see me get under here to get something out, to get under here. I was all the way underneath there. After 2 surgeries, it was not likely that I was going to do that and then try and get back up. But me and discipline, we've been friends. I've been squatting every day, all the time. Just me and squats, just squatting with a kettlebell. I don't care. I'm going to let you. You got to understand this. There are people that really do this, that really, this is life. And then there are people that talk about it. And they're satisfied with just talking about it. You ever hear somebody say they're going to open up something, they're going to start something, and they've been opening it up and starting it for 25 years now. They go, oh, you know what, I'm going to get that thing, and when I get my taxes back, oh, it's on, don't even start. You said that in 2012. It's how? You always going to start it. You always going to start going to gym. Oh, I'm going to gym next week. It's me and you, right? No, it's me. I don't take nobody with me. You don't want to take. I can't trust it. I trust discipline, but I don't trust you. You understand what I'm saying? Get it together. Make a decision. I don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to move on. And the last thing, matter of fact, I stopped because I needed to give you a pastor's announcement. Now, this might be a key to life to you. It may not be a key to life to you, but this is a pastor's announcement. Nehemiah, the 6th chapter and the 3rd verse. Nehemiah, the 6th chapter and the 3rd verse. And I sent messengers unto them, saying, I am doing a great work, so that I cannot come down. Why should the work cease while I leave it and come down to you? For the next few moments, I'm talk to you about not coming down. I'm not coming down. And I mean that as from a pastor standpoint. There's a lot of people in this room there, people that I am the pastor to, but I'm also the father to, the husband to, the friend to, all the different things. And I mean this in the most sincere way. And if we flip back to the first thing that I ever said to you today, is that there are the people that we deal with that can hurt us and the people that we deal with that could lie to us, the people that we deal with that could be anything are still saved. So some things we do to people or do things with people or around people that are saved and love God just the same. So I want to make no distinction and make sure you understand that I'm not coming for you. I'm just telling you that the standard that I step on and the standard that I live on and the standard that I rise to, I will not come down to meet you. What I mean by that is in every area that I deal with you, I want you to be assured that in a pastor's position, the people look like the what? Pastor. In a husband and a wife position, the wife looks like the husband. In a parent and child position, the child grows up to look a lot like what? The parent, the mannerisms that they have. You occasionally, if you see my kid without me, any of them, they will do something that looks like what? Me. They'll say something that sounds kind of like what? Me. What I need you to get, what I need you to gather is that the standard continuously goes up as I go up. And I need for you to understand no matter what we're dealing with, no matter what level we're on, whatever position we are, the relationship that we have, I'm not coming down. I need you to come up. I need you to meet me where we work. I need you to meet me where we serve. I need you to meet me where we praise. I need you to meet me where we humble ourselves. I need you to meet me. Don't expect me to come down and sit and we will never part and I don't have it. I don't got it for you. This is not that. This is not that church. This is not that way. This is not, it's not. You need to look more like me as I try to look more like him as much as possible. So don't take the words and just write it down and then put your book away till next Sunday, but literally practice it, live it, work it, build on it. If you want to be part of a circle, be part of a circle. Don't talk about something that you're not doing. Don't praise on something that you're not affiliated with. I went to church and I've been to many churches my whole life. I've been in church my whole entire life, and I've seen people before church, in church, and after church. And the one thing I could not gather, and did not work out well is because I had to always give an excuse at specific churches that I might have been affiliated with. And so therefore, my response to most people is, I don't know what they were doing, but the God I serve is still a good God. There's a standard that we all stand on, and you have to rise up to that standard to look like him. There will be a lot of people that are wolves in sheep clothing. There are a lot of people that talk a good talk, can't walk the walk. You run into people that, if you ever seen a gang, you ever seen people that hang out together, some of them can fight, some of them just jump in and get that one stomp in, and that's what they got. That's all they got, is that they going over and they stomp, and that was it. If you understand where I'm coming from, you understand. Maybe you didn't. I came from that world and that mindset and that thought pattern. When you had to come home by yourself, you had to take care of some people, and you found out that everybody that rolled together was not the same. I put you on the ground. Do you understand? And so what I'm trying to get you to understand is that the standard is not the same all the way around. But here, I need you to rise up to the level in which that we walk and that we talk and that we live. He's real to me. He got to be real to you. If it's excellence for me, it's got to be excellence for you. I need you to stop playing the game of church, because that's a waste of time. Don't waste your time. Let him in. Let him in. You hear him. Let him in. Not because someone sees you, but because he sees you. I'm not looking for you to do stuff because people see you. Because when people see you, that's cool, but all that makes you is the hypocrite that I got to explain. That's one of the things I really couldn't stand about going out and witnessing, is because I had to explain churches, personal churches, and other churches and other people about why they did what they did and what people knew about them that they shouldn't know about them. One of the reasons I tell you about my faults and my inadequacies and my life sins and issues is because I never want anybody to get it confused. Yes, that was me. Oh no, that was me. I did it. What you heard, that was me. What you saw, that was me. That was me. That's not who I am, but that was me. We've gone to another level, and I need you to understand that as I go up, you ought go what? Up with me. You ought look like me. You ought sound like me. You ought speak like me. You ought walk like me. And it took me a while to get to this point, because he asked me if I'm going to say it. I said I'm going to say it, but I'm going to say it, and because it comes with a lie. Because if I say that, that puts one to me a place where people are, well, then maybe they'll take an extra look. Well, the problem is that means the devil will take an extra look too. And I got to deal with what I got to deal with, because I can't not say what I'm supposed to say. So I need you to gather this, because it's real and it costs. And I understand the cost. And I need you to understand the cost. It doesn't matter how old you are, because when I was in elementary school, I was still trying to live a certain way. I was third grade, still trying to live a certain way, because that's what my mom brought me up in. So it was third grade saved, fifth grade saved, high school saved. That's the way it is. And so what does it look like? That's what I'm supposed to be. And so I need you to get this. I'm not coming down. I need you to come up. All right.